the regressive left, are part of this. They stifle the debate. In a liberal secular democracy, any religion, any set of values, any set of ideas should not be beyond critique, legitimate critique, satire, etc. Islam is a set of values, ideas. I choose to be a Muslim. However, no individual should be beneath dignity. Therefore, the term is anti-Muslim hatred or something else, anti-Muslim bigotry, whatever you want to use. The left especially have hijacked this term. Islamists use it to stifle this legitimate critique.
And we found, it took us about 6 years, but we found $3 billion in undocumented money coming from the Muslim Brotherhood going into American universities. According to legislation in the United States, it was sort of anti-Nazi legislation that was introduced in the 1940s in the United States to stop the spread of Nazism and fascism. There's laws that foreign entities or individuals who are donating money to nonprofit organizations, universities, if it's over $250,000, it has to be reported to the government. The universities have a legal obligation to report this to the government. And we found $3 billion that was not reported. And with our meager resources and with our limited understanding of the issue, if we found $3 billion, there was a hell of a lot more coming in through illegal means and also legal means.
Now they stopped transferring the money to Nectar. They did not stop transferring the money. As you can see, the money went to Switzerland, the money went to other countries. Once the media start asking questions, and this is one of the questions you were asking, how do we stop it? Once the media start asking a question, they understand they should stop, and they are stopping the financing. You see, 2017, that was the last year. When the question started in the media, they stopped transferring the money.
At the annual gathering of MESA, the Middle East Studies Association, and MESA, may I remind you guys, endorsed the BDS campaign in March 2022. So there could be some kind, could be coincidental, could be not. Thus, by creating an inviting space and strengthening academic ties, Qatar is easily able to open a wide door for political Islamism, whitewash it directly into leading international universities, and influence future research direction.
Starting in 2020, I delved into work on how Qatar's monarchy finances weapons deliveries to the global terrorist group Hezbollah and provides funding. Now, why is this important for the Academy? Because it should disturb Western universities, especially British and American universities, and all countries. But America has its largest Middle East base located Al Udeid in Qatar.
Robert Wistrich, one of the famous scholars of anti-Semitism, makes this comment that after the Soviet campaign, the distinction between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism had collapsed. And I'm sorry Natan's not here. He could remind us that the Soviets were and are anti-Semitic.
Any sort of laudable policy that you can identify, what these arguments do is they say, well, it's merely an attempt to hide or conceal or to whitewash the state's aggressive intentions towards the Palestinians. And a number of scholars, including Amy Ellman, who wrote a pamphlet for us a couple years ago on this, and I know you heard from her at the Institute, she's written on this, and others, that these kinds of arguments play on anti-Semitic tropes and canards of the sneaky, devious, conniving, trickster Jew, who always manages to find a way to hide their nefarious intentions and dupe good and well-meaning people.